Welcome to Belgro's Funeral Home, where we celebrate life's precious moments. From the moment you enter our doors, you're met with kindness and care. Our reception area is designed to be more than just a waiting room. It is a place of calm, thoughtfully created to ease the weight of grief. In our private conference room, conversations are guided by empathy. Here, our client experience coordinators sit beside you, not just across the table to help plan a service that truly reflects your loved one's story. Whether it's a traditional farewell or a personalized celebration of life, we take time to understand your wishes and offer thoughtful guidance. At the heart of our organization is a dedicated manager who ensures that everything runs smoothly, from the smallest detail to the final farewell. We understand that choosing a casket or a coffin is a deeply personal decision. In our selection room, we provide a calm, respectful environment where families can take their time and explore options that reflect their loved one's life, beliefs, and preference. Our spacious chapel is where memories are honored and lives are celebrated. Designed with serenity and warmth, it provides a welcoming space for families and friends to come together in reflection and remembrance. For families choosing cremation, we offer on-site professional cremation services in a setting that upholds dignity, peace, and confidentiality. Our crematorium offers a seamless and respectful alternative to traditional burial, giving families flexibility while maintaining the highest standard of care.
TTPS Tobago ramps up safety messaging ahead of busy Christmas season. Empowering women in Calypso, Sisters in Culture tent debuts in Tobago. And TPP candidate vetting continues. Good evening. I am Kristen Salandi and you're locked into the Tobago Updates television news for Monday, 17th of November 2025. Now to our top story. As the Christmas season begins to unfold in Tobago, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service Tobago Division is heightening its public safety efforts. Officers note that with the start of the cruise ship season, the Scarborough area is expected to see increased activity, making it more susceptible to criminal targeting. Here are the details.
Acting Inspector Glenville Wilson is advising individuals that when taking loans or withdrawing money from their accounts, they should avoid keeping large sums in envelopes. He stressed that if only $500 is needed, there is no reason to walk with $5,000.
As that money goes into that envelope, it remains there until it's all spent, right? So we have people moving around. They go into proprietors and they are purchasing stuff and they are taking the money from this envelope. And just seeing that money coming from the envelope, it's suggestive that this person just came from the bank. And why go shopping with $5,000 when you only need $500, right? You are making yourself an easy target. So we are asking people to not move around with large sums of cash.
He also highlighted that the Christmas season typically sees an increase in home invasions and break-ins, urging the public to take extra precautions during this period.
The hot item is jewelry, right? When we have these break-ins and these home invasion style robberies, persons are asking for cash and jewelry, and intelligence is suggesting that the cost of jewelry has spiked, right? So persons are investing in the criminal element. They may pay $1,000 and send people to rob, because when they get that jewelry, it's worth 10 times what they put out.
Wilson urged the public to stay alert, secure their homes and valuables, and report suspicious activity promptly. He reminded residents that collective vigilance is key to ensuring a safer, more peaceful Christmas season for everyone. This is Aliyah Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
The first ever Sisters in Culture Calypso tent took place on Saturday, breaking new ground in Tobago. Founded by cultural activist Shamika Dinoon, the tent provided a platform for female calypsonians and performers to showcase their talent in a space traditionally dominated by men. The event featured a vibrant lineup of artists showing off their musical talent, including Yolanda Thomas, Dion Phillip, Crystal Carter, and many more. The evening also welcomed special guest performers, among them the Calypso Queen, the Caribbean Queen of Calypso, Terry Lyons, and Trisha Bukaj, adding star power to the historic debut. From sharp social commentary to playful humor, the performers brought energy and passion to the stage. The tent not only entertained but also preserves Tobago's cultural heritage while inspiring the next generation of artists. The political temperature in Tobago continues to increase in increments as the island awaits the announcement of the next Tobago House of Assembly election date. The Tobago People's Party continues its preparations over the weekend, conducting screening for its potential candidates at the Shore Park Cultural Complex yesterday, Sunday, November 16th from noon till the late hours of the night. Reporter Jewel Green George has the details.
The screening involved incumbent assemblymen, current secretaries, assistant secretaries, and fresh nominees being put through a grilling by a high-level party panel. Among those facing the committee were current secretaries Zarisha Hackett and Ian Pollard, who offered their perspectives and their readiness to serve. Assemblyman Zarisha Hackett for Bethesda-Lescato Electoral District, the Secretary of Education, Research and Technology, who also holds the Culture and Antiquities portfolio, spoke on managing her multiple roles, acknowledging the inherent difficulty in the dual capacities.
To be an excellent area rep and secretary means you have to be able to balance the work you do at the division and the work you do in the district.
Hackett, whose district's electorate have reportedly grown by approximately 200 votes since the last THA election in 2021, highlighted her commitment to her constituents. She spoke of her work in the district, citing the implementation of 68 brand new initiatives over the last 4 years.
I think that, as I said before, the track record speaks for itself. There's a lot more work to be done in that electoral district. I think it was neglected for a very long time.
Meanwhile, Secretary Ian Pollard, the Assemblyman for Mason Hall Mariah, and Secretary for Settlements, Public Utilities and Rural Development, was equally confident. He underscored his commitment to his constituents, tying his work to the TPP's governing challenges and future outlook. The screening process is a vital step for the TPP as it seeks to select a slate of candidates to contest the 15 electoral districts of the THA. Screening continues this evening at the Shaw Park Cultural Complex. Reporting for Tobago Updates Television News, I'm Jewel Green George.
Up next, TLM vows to lead Tobago toward independence.
Hair goals, we've got 'em. At S&R Hair Fantasy, we provide a wide variety of quality hair, the latest hair accessories, adult toys, skin lightening products, female underwear, and much more under one roof. Check us out on Shelbourne Street in Plymouth or call us at 317-0808. We're open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. S&R Hair Fantasy for queens who know exactly what they want.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So, even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
The Caribbean is more than just a place. It's a spirit, resilient, vibrant, and full of possibility. It's who we are and the heart of everything we do. For over 150 years, we've been right here, invested in the Caribbean, its people, and its progress. And today, we're going even further. We're deepening our commitment to the region, continuing to invest in the networks, services, and digital solutions that move Caribbean businesses forward. Whether you are a mid-sized business or multinational player, we bring you resilient connectivity, personalized service, and tailored IT solutions, all powered by local teams that truly have your back. We're here to help you navigate challenges, grow, and achieve your goals with practical solutions, reliable networks, and a partnership rooted in trust and your long-term success. Liberty Business, rooted in the Caribbean, committed to you.
Thanks for staying with us. The Tobago Liberation Movement, led by political leader Anthony James, has announced its ambitious plan to contest all 15 seats in Tobago, signaling a strong commitment to representing the island's people and shaping the future of local governance. Here are the details.
The main goal of the Tobago Liberation Movement is to empower the people by advocating for Tobago's independence from Trinidad, with political leader Anthony James championing self-governance and the island's right to stand on its own.
Our reason for being is to liberate Tobago finally from the captivity that we have found ourselves in ever since we came in the earlier centuries, going on 500 years ago, and then being fused in a relationship with Trinidad or to Trinidad. And up to this day, we can't make a law in our own lives and in our own territory together.
James stressed that the Tobago Liberation Movement operates completely independent from any Trinidadian political party, dedicated solely to the people of Tobago. If elected, his foremost mission will be to vigorously pursue full independence for the island.
independence, the declaration of that, the conversation starts, because under no circumstances are we going to work under Trinidad or to forfeit our rights. We are not going to forfeit our rights. That would be a betrayal of ourselves. And we'll be taking care of everybody in the meantime.
With a strong commitment to Tobago's future, Anthony James and the TLM are positioning themselves as the island's true voice, pledging to prioritize local interests, champion self-governance, and lead Tobago decisively towards independence and greater autonomy from Trinidad. This is Aliyah Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
The evening featured a World Cup qualifier watch party which sought to bring politics and sport together under one roof. PNM's candidate for Signal Hill Patience Hill, Brian Harris, was officially introduced to residents at the Tobago Deserves Better community meeting. More in this report from Martina Renales Salazar.
Brian Harris emphasized his deep roots in Signal Hill, Patience Hill, noting that he lived, walked, and grown alongside residents for more than 35 years.
Now, as I sit here this evening, not as your candidate, but as son of this soil, someone you have seen, someone you have walked with, someone you have grown with for more than 35 years, I am your humble servant, Brian Harris, and I'm here to represent this beautiful district of Signal Hill Patience Hill.
He stressed that he is committed to keeping his promises, emphasizing that he values action over words.
I am a person not slack concerning my promises. I believe in action because it speaks louder than words. And a youth man come to me asking for a job, I will try my best, by God's grace, to go the distance to make sure there is something there for him, or to make sure that I find something for him.
PNM Tobago political leader Ansel Dennis stated that he would limit his commitments to those he was certain he could deliver to, an answer given when asked by a resident to avoid making promises that could not be fulfilled under the current government administration.
I only make promises that I can deliver. So any commitment you hear me making here is a commitment that I can deliver. And there are also commitments, because you have to remember that I was once the chief secretary, and the farmers will tell you that those commitments were well on the way to be delivered, until, of course, the administration changed.
As the Tobago Deserves Better series continues across the island, residents are urged to stay tuned for more unveilings in the days ahead. Martina Renales Salazar, Tobago Updates Television News.
Concerns over regional stability are growing as Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro criticizes Trinidad U.S. military exercises, calling them a danger to Caribbean peace. At a public rally, Maduro addressed the upcoming joint U.S. military exercises in Trinidad and Tobago, declaring that his nation will not be intimidated or threatened. He argues that such operations escalate tension rather than build security, warning they could undermine cooperation among neighboring states. The military exercises are unfolding amid heightened diplomatic tensions between Port of Spain and Caracas. In recent weeks, relations have worsened significantly, with Venezuela declaring Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister persona non grata and halting all ongoing energy talks. Maduro's comments add pressure to ongoing discussions about sovereignty, defense, and peace in the wider Caribbean. In a press conference held earlier today, former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley indicated that there is no real issue with reopening the refinery. However, he added that the matters surrounding its reopening remain tightly guarded and highly secretive. Here are the details.
Former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley questioned whether the current government has secured a reliable supplier to provide crude oil for the refinery, noting that it was the PNM government that purchased the facility.
But as they speak about reopening the refinery, the conversation is very hush-hush. Nobody has said to us that they found somebody with a supply of crude. I want to let the population of Trinidad and Tobago be reminded, the PNM government did not shut down the refinery because we didn't like Roger, or we didn't like the OWTU, or we didn't like refineries in general. It is the PNM that bought that refinery.
He explained the refinery shutdown, emphasizing that it was not due to personal dislike of anyone.
We shut down the refinery because our local oil production was too low. We were buying oil to refine it. We were buying it at 100,000 barrels per day. It had to be paid for on many instances from the Treasury. And that is why today, as I speak to you, the Treasury is still servicing over $400 million from the Treasury that went to buy oil to be refined, and we were losing money by the billions of dollars.
Rowley clarified that the refinery's closure was driven by practical and operational challenges, not personal conflicts, while questioning whether the current government has secured a reliable crude supplier, emphasizing the PNM's role in purchasing the facility. This is Aliyah Balgobin reporting for Tobago Updates Television News.
The news continues in a moment. Why wait? You can follow every story, every update, all the time. Join the conversation. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Tobago Updates.
Are you in a dispute with a registered investment service provider of the TTSEC? Or maybe you're the victim of an investment scam? You can lodge a complaint or submit an anonymous tip to the Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission. Download our Investor Protection app or go to ttsec.org.tt to access our complaint form or submit an anonymous tip. Write a clear summary of your complaint. Submit copies of supporting documents along with the originals for verification. Provide a copy of the feedback received from the entity regarding your complaint. All investor complaints or scam reports submitted by the public are acknowledged and reviewed by the TTSEC. Investigations are pursued based on the outcome of the review. Trinidad and Tobago Securities and Exchange Commission, protecting the interests of investors and the public. You invest, we protect. Everyone benefits.
Quartz is well known as the Caribbean's largest retailer, providing consumers for generations with the very best products to enhance their homes. This year, we bring our expertise to businesses. Quartz Business Solutions will serve small, medium, and large companies with the very best products at the most competitive prices, backed by warranties and after-sales support. Hoteliers, office managers, restaurants, and so many more. Quartz Business Solutions, a brand of the Unicomer Group.
Who said the elderly can't have fun too? We're talking good food, proper music, lots of games, and a day at the beach they will never forget. From the time we left the compound at Heavenly Care Home for the Elderly, the vibe was already established. Wheels up and seatbelts on. Watch now, when we touched down in Pigeon Point, everybody was ready for excitement. But before anything could take place, we had to secure bellies. You ever play bingo by the beachside? Well, that was the first activity on the roster, and boy did these seniors have fun. However, others wanted something more physical, so we brought out the ring toss, and not even arthritis could have stopped them. Well, I was blown away at how straight these people were. Are you sure this is a home for the elderly? Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday, but nothing beats the song of Good Steel Pan by the shores while we take a dip in Tobago's finest water. Wait, more food again? This is my type of event. The energy was amazing and nothing short of a blessing. Big up Heavenly Care Home for the Elderly, because joy doesn't retire, laughter doesn't age, and memories like these last forever.
To a stranger.
Thanks for staying with us. Trinidad and Tobago's quest for a spot at the 2026 FIFA World Cup is now over. The Soca Warriors were eliminated from contention in the CONCACAF third round of qualifiers following a 1-1 draw against regional rivals Jamaica on November 13th at the Hasty Crawford Stadium. Reporter Jewel Green George has more.
The home team, under the guidance of Tobago-born coach Dwight York, needed a victory to keep their faint hopes of direct qualification or an interconfederation playoff spot alive. The nearly sold-out crowd of approximately 20,000 fans saw a glimmer of hope when substitute Kevin Molino equalized in the 85th minute, but the final whistle sealed the team's fate. However, the results now place TNT third in Group B. Only the group winner qualifies directly for the World Cup, with the two best runners-up advancing to the FIFA playoff tournament. Tobago Football Association TFA President Kenny Alfred shared the collective disappointment but also praised the team's commitment.
Like all football fans across the country and also Tobago, I am disappointed that we didn't make it to the World Cup Finals 2026.
Despite the elimination, the Warriors' statistics in the crucial game against Jamaica revealed high effort, with TNT dominating possession at 82% and registering 17 shots on goal compared to Jamaica's 6, according to official match results. The TFA president reiterated the need for forward planning.
I think the guys were committed to the cause. They gave it their best effort. Unfortunately, we came up short. Having said that, I don't think the team was ultra defensive and playing safe.
TNT's biggest challenge in the campaign has been finishing, having scored only 5 goals in their 5 final round matches. Alfred stressed the importance of nurturing local talent for the future. He also stated that it is necessary now to start planning for the next World Cup. Alfred hopes the current technical staff can be retained to focus on the 2030 World Cup cycle.
I certainly hope that TTFA can keep the staff together and get them working with local coaches, whether it be in Trinidad and Tobago. Well, for me, I would love to have them work with our coaches in Tobago to ensure that we can, from now, start to groom our players to perform in the way that they're required to be successful at the highest level.
The Tobago-born coach York and his squad will now play their final qualifier against Bermuda tomorrow on November 18th, a match that is strictly for academic purposes. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
The Environmental Management Authority of Trinidad and Tobago is facing an urgent call to action. On November 14th, the 10-member Board of Directors was officially installed, immediately receiving a stern mandate to boost efficiency and reform regulatory processes. Planning Minister Kennedy Swart Singh appointed the new board, chaired by Dula Ramlal, stressing the need for standards and efficiency. This follows a statement that Trinidad and Tobago has reportedly lost over 30 billion TT dollars in potential value over the past 5 years, including 1 billion TT in investment lost last year alone, primarily due to perceived delays in the EMA's project clearances. The minister challenged the board to undertake a thorough review of the authority's fee structures and regulations while ensuring the strictest adherence to the Environmental Management Act. Trinidad and Tobago's digital finance sector is expanding as the central bank fully registers a new electronic money issuer. On November 7th, the central bank officially registered WAM Now Technologies Limited to operate its WAM digital wallet app, concluding its provisional licensing period. WAM Now can now offer a full suite of services, including e-money accounts, payments and remittances, with a key focus on individuals and micro-enterprises. The platform is crucial for financial inclusion as it facilitates transactions even for the unbanked. This registration is a tangible execution of the bank's 2018 FinTech policy. The central bank has already engaged with 78 entities on fintech matters. The momentum aligns with global trends, where the digital payments market is projected to reach $11.5 trillion this year. Every day we bring you closer to the issues that matter most. For a social media poll today, we asked, do you support Trinidad and Tobago hosting joint military drills with the United States in waters near Tobago, given Venezuela's concerns about regional peace? 34% responded, yes, I strongly support these drills. 5% voted, somewhat I think the cooperation is useful. 23% of respondents voted neutral, don't have enough information, and 38% voted no. I worry this could increase tensions. Remember, your voice counts too. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram and join the conversation by voting in our daily polls. The weather report is up next.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and the service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At TGSL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships, it's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
Here's what to expect for the weather forecast from the T&T Met Office. Tonight, generally fair conditions are expected, with a few brief showers mainly near Tobago. Skies are forecast to become partly cloudy toward dawn. Light breezes will continue and brief reductions in visibility may occur near passing showers. The minimum temperature is expected to be around 23 degrees Celsius at Piaco and 24 degrees Celsius at Crown Point. Tomorrow will be variably cloudy with scattered showers along with a medium chance of an isolated thunderstorm, especially during the late morning into the afternoon. Some showers may become heavy at times, bringing the risk of gusty winds and street flooding near downpours. The maximum temperature tomorrow is forecast to reach 32 degrees Celsius at Piaco and 31 degrees Celsius at Crown Point. Seas will be moderate with waves near 1.5 meter, occasionally up to 2 meters in open waters, and around 1 meter, occasionally choppy in sheltered areas. A hazardous seas alert yellow level is in effect, and marine users should exercise caution. Sunrise tomorrow will be at 6:02 and sunset will be at 5:39. And that's all the time we have for tonight's Tobago Updates news. Enjoy. Let's recap the headlines. TTPS Tobago ramps up safety messaging ahead of busy Christmas season. Empowering Women in Calypso, Sisters in Culture tent debuts in Tobago. And TTPP candidate vetting continues.